recording now. So I don't want us to live in a state of fear. I want us to be confident in the avenue that we've chosen for our life, and that we're always going to be okay. All right. So with all of that said, again, let's just go over some things to be aware of with if you're building business on your personal page. And I'm also just going to go into some like pros and cons. Okay. So does your banner, your profile, your timeline, your personal page, does it look like a business ad? Find out. Is there a product all over it? Is there your link to your Beachbody website? Those would be something that you'd want to change. A great way to make your personal banner is those 5 things that describe you, or something like mine is just me up on a mountain in Arizona feeling cool. You know, that if you look at that, that's pretty much how I want to live my life. That shows me, you know, like being free in nature. That's the way I feel, and I want to give that vibe. Do you have 2 profiles because of a past ban? Like, there have been people, hey, if you have the outside noise, please mute your list. Maybe I'll do it for you.
Hey, Linz, before you mute us all, a couple of us have people trying to get on, and it says that it's reached 25 and it's full.
Bummer.
So I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, not much I can do about that.
Not working.
He said he took care of it, so it's all I know. But thank you. That's why we will record it. Sucks that I missed out on that beginning. Can't mute it. All right, it stopped. There's been times when someone's been banned from posting in groups, or you can't message somebody, or, you know, there's different things that Facebook has been coming down on, and, you know, that's caused people to create a second profile. That is a huge no-no and could be terms for permanent deletion of your Facebook. So if you get banned, don't create another profile. Perhaps take this time to create a life profile. Something that is completely different, okay? And groups. Groups has become a thing. Delete all these extra groups that we've been in. I haven't gotten around to do it, but I'm in the sum of probably 200 groups, and a lot of them I'm the administrator in. So the magic number right now has been 5. If you can get into 5 groups or less, especially that you're administrating. So if it's past challenge groups, get yourself out of there. Past trainings, get out of there. Take the training content that you want, but just go ahead and delete yourself out of the group. Actually, that just seems liberating on its own anyway, right? Because when you see all those groups, you're just like, ugh. So just get rid of them. We all have done it. Brittany Leggett's done it. Christine Dwyer, people have done it. So just go ahead and get rid of those groups. If you're new, a new coach, this is advice from Tara Carr. Just start posting on your personal page your journey, your health and fitness journey. You don't have to do a broadcast that you're now a Beachbody coach. You can just start sharing your journey as you've been taught. And then when you've built a little traction, you can say something like, I'm moving over to my like page to where you can follow my health and fitness journey. Even if you're not new and you've already built a little traction, you can do that now. I've seen a lot of people do it already. I've seen a lot of people not do it already. It's really up to you. I will tell you, I was with Katie Hefner, Lindsay Matway, Brittany Leggett today, all day. We had dinner, and I asked them, what are you guys doing on this? Lindsay said, nothing. She's not changing a thing. Katie said, nope, I'm pretty much keeping everything the same. Brittany said, yeah, I'm going to continue messing around with my like page, but overall I'm not changing anything. Now, those are their exact responses, okay? So I want you to be at peace with that. But here's the kicker, guys. The 3 that I mentioned, and I like to think myself, we don't post in a way to where anyone would be like, wow, she's spamming, she's trying to sell. You know, like, I share my journey and I invite people to join me, and I'm not throwing links around, and I don't feel that I've ever been out of compliance. And with that said, I also plan to start incorporating my like page a little bit. Now, I'll get to that a little bit later. Okay, for instance, if you are trying to morph over into your like page, you could do something on your banner that says, hi, I moved over here, and it's like you and like you're pointing, or it's you and you're cute and there's an arrow pointing to your new URL, your Facebook like page URL. So that's a good way to get the message out. And then, of course, you can always drop things like, guys, I love my page, but I'm going to start posting over here. Or it's been a fun run, but in order to encapsulate all the people I want, you know, because there's a max on friends, in order to be able to reach the masses, people don't have to know that you can have unlimited followers now on your like page or your profile page. You can just say, to be able to reach more people, I'm moving to my like page. You don't have to go into detail. But if a like page is the way that you want to go, then these are just some tips, okay? Some people to follow. Her name is Mary Smith, M-A-R-I. Follow her on Facebook and go back and read several weeks. I have not done this myself yet, but I have read that several people have, and they found a lot of valuable content. Mary Smith, and of course, Chalene Johnson. Use Google on this. Chalene has a lot of free content. She also sells content, sells trainings. But she is one of those people that it's her job to be in the know. Because she trains people on how to build successful businesses, so she needs to know how to utilize social media. I like the idea of being strictly on one page, because just like I teach you guys in business, it's hard to do 2 things great. But we're in a transition here, you know. It's just part of it. It's part of the ever-changing of life. And I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do, but you know, something you got to decide on your own here. I plan to keep my personal page, and I plan to incorporate a like page. And how, I haven't exactly figured out, but I will share everything I do with you. You can set it as an entrepreneur when you open a like page. There'll be choices. Entrepreneur seems to be the most liked out of those choices. To groups, don't add anyone to your group that did not request to be added. So the best way to go about this is when you're starting a new challenge group, request to join here. And that can be via a message, or even in like on your timeline, like whenever you are maybe making a challenge group post, in the comments it could be request to join here. But I usually wrap up everything in a personal message anyway, so that would be a good time to do that. Just hey, we're opening up the group tomorrow, request to join here. Or hey, I just opened up the group today, request to join here, and provide the link. And the way to do that is when you open up your group, just look in your search bar up there and copy that URL link. That is how people do that. On the like page, brand your name, not something that you made up. Like my like page is Stay Well Sunshine. I will most likely have to change that base. But if I did eventually move completely over to my like page, I would want people to know my name. But I will still incorporate Stay Well Sunshine there, because my blog is a blog that I just want to have pretty much everything tied into one another. Follow Tara Marie Carr. I didn't double check this, but I think it's Amy Silverman Fitness. I think that's her live page. There's Amy Silverman and Amy Silverman Fitness. But just write it down and check, and just find the one that's a live page. These are 2 people that are extremely successful on their live page, as well as Fit Funky, which is one of those names that you don't want to brand, but she's already been doing it for 2 years and she regrets it, is Danielle Katz, the really fit girl on all of Shaun T's workouts. She started a like page. She is solely a like page now, but she started it 2 years ago before she realized that she would prefer it to be her actual name. Okay? But follow those guys and just see how they post. Like Tara, she posts just like I would post on my personal page on her like page. She posts her family. She posts, literally just how we post on our personal pages, the 5 things, because sometimes, and this is where you can't just give exact stuff because everything's different. Everybody's different. But you know how like on Instagram, we try to stay very focused on like fitness and food, just like inspiration in that way. We kind of group like pages in with that, right? It's always just kind of been like like pages need to be focused, but we're finding that it works for different people. I mean, you can have a successful like page that is you and your family and fitness and motivation, or just fitness and food and inspiration. So again, it's all going to be preference there. I'm going to provide a couple of links after this call that you can read through. One's called How to Avoid Facebook Jail, and I will share that. And one is about switching from all of your Facebook correspondence or all of your correspondence with people from Facebook messaging to email. And that's done by, it's a Zoom call, a recorded Zoom call like this, done by Amber Snow, formerly Amber Scott, who is brilliant. She is so smart. And she did a Zoom call and she shared it, and I will share that with you. Also, another tip, I can't remember who posted it, maybe Tara, maybe Chelsea Pearson, maybe Danielle Katz, but she said you can post a lot on your like page. Like page posts do not stay in the news feed as long. And then she said, so it's not super annoying to your friends, laugh out loud. So that can be a pro and it can be a con, because it's a like page. When I talked to Katie Hefner about it a few nights ago, she says, man, it's just like a full-time job, meaning you have to have presence on your like page. But then again, when you're full-time Beachbody coach, which most of us are striving to be, you have that presence because you realize that social media is, your lifeline, your bloodline, that's how you reach people. But I will post that webinar by Amber. Okay, here I wrote what I plan to do. I plan to continue posting on my personal page, just as I always have. But I plan to start adding mad value to my like page and sharing over onto my personal page. Or, oh my gosh, I just made an incredible recipe. You can find it here, and then sharing my like page on my personal page. So you can interchange there. You can tag your personal page. The idea is to get everybody over onto one, right? Your like page. That's your choice. Like, keep in mind, Lindsay says she's not changing a thing. Katie says she's not changing anything. Brittany, I think, is open to go into like page. When someone is a brand new coach and they say, what would you recommend I do? And this was back before all this happened. I said, I've had great success on my personal page, but if I knew everything I knew now, back then I would have probably started with a like page, because you can do a lot of cool things with it, like track your interaction. Okay, we'll get to the pros and cons. I'm going to start adding value to my like page. I'm going to change my like page name to my name and try to incorporate Stay Well Sunshine somewhere. I'm going to share links to my like page on personal page for recipes and tips, etc. And I'm going to figure out how to get all my pictures off of Facebook. That has been the scariest thing to me out of all of this, is if Facebook disappeared, my pictures. Like, seriously. That was my biggest thing, because there's been times I'm like, oh, I put that on Facebook and I'll delete it from my phone before I ever upload it to my computer. And I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I'm being realistic. I mean, technology could crash tomorrow. So we got to just safeguard ourselves. So some changes. Keep your links out of your post. Even if it's a Wufoo app. Even if it's a link to your, I don't know. I can't go further on that because I don't know. But just keep your links out of your post. Put it on your comments. Find the link in my comments. You can say something like that. The point of this is Facebook doesn't want to become commercials and spammy. I mean, they're trying to safeguard their business as well. So when they've noticed that people are adding unwanted people into groups, like people that didn't ask to be in a group and now they're there, that was offensive to them. Or just back-to-back, join this, join that, buy this, buy that. They didn't want that. So they're laying down some changes, and I can respect that. But to reiterate, we have been taught in DFG to share value and your testimonies and your tips. And so far, I think that is going to work for us. I encourage you to expand your market outside of Facebook. Get email contacts. Talk to Miguel Carrasco, and he thinks that the most important thing in all of this is an email list. Because without an email list, you don't really have much. We have people on Facebook, but if they were to leave Facebook, would we have any contacts with them? Get people's emails. We're taught to build relationships, and relationships that go outside of Facebook. Telephone number, an email, an address. You know, to send a sweet note. And get your content backed up into Google Docs. If you've been a part of the 21-day Smart Start, I believe that's day 18. Learn Google Docs, back up your content, your trainings, and things like that. Basically, anything that you want to keep that's on Facebook, back it up somewhere. Okay, some pros and cons. Kind of didn't make a great list on this. Some pros of a like page. You can track what's going on. How many people visited? How many people commented? The amount of viewers, all that kind of cool stuff. You can sponsor posts. For example, Brittany went to Germany for a good part of the month, and she didn't get to Success Club 10 before she went. She got back, and she was in crunch time. And she sponsored a post on her like page that she is not able to do on her personal page, and she got her last points to get her over 10. So I was like, I want to be able to sponsor a post, that's the pro. That's kind of interesting. That's exciting. Amy Silverman, I for some reason have her starred as a close friend. I don't know. I kind of like her style. But I'm watching a video of her doing Max 30, and on it is a shop now. I'm talking about I'm watching it on my phone. And there's a button that says shop now, and I pressed it. And it took me straight to her Team Beachbody website. You have that capability on the like page to add little buttons to your videos. That's really cool. That's like cutting edge. You know what I mean? I want to get a piece of that action. And I just kind of reiterated this. You can interact with new people who actually want to buy something from you. On Facebook, I feel like I'm just exchanging information with coaches. I think when you go to a like page, you lose some of that fluff, and it sucks because your affinity looks kind of weak, and you don't have as much interaction as you did before, but you have quality left over. So I think that's going to be important. Cons, I have 2, but I'm sure we could think of more. You're going to lose followers, and you're going to feel like you're starting over. But starting over can be cool too, right? And then this was kind of brought up today, the poaching if you have a like page, you know the way it's set up. Like, have you ever seen people say, I'm going to be doing this, this, or that. If you're interested, drop your email below. What's to keep people from going to get their emails? You know, random people that you don't even know, taking people's emails off. It can happen on your regular page too, but that's just something to think about. Oh, another con that's not written down. You can't message people from your like page. They can message you, but you can't message them. That's a con. But that's when it would be great to get an email. And after you get their email, you can hide it. You can hide their comments on the like page. So that's a pro. I'm going to write that down in case I forget. This is probably clear as mud. But like I said, there's no right or wrong way, and there is no definitive answer. Tara Carr okay, she's like me in Parasites. Like, you got to do it. You got to do this. You need to stop conducting business on your personal page. It's dangerous. That's her take on it. Then there's other people's take on it, like the number 2 coach in the business who is saying, no, I've never been in any type of trouble with this, and things seem to be working fine. And I think I'm conducting, I'm portraying myself as a public figure here, and I don't look like I'm selling. And she's leaving things the way they are. I've told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to slowly morph over to a like page. I think from what Danielle Katz, Chelsea Pearson, and Tara Carr have said, it's kind of exciting. And they got a whole new excitement for their business. But these are coaches that have been in for a while, like myself, where you can become very obsessive over your messages, or, aka, feeling inundated. You wake up already feeling sunk because there's so many people that are needing you or asking things of you, and that their like page has cut down on that drastically, and they've been way more effective. So those are just some thoughts there. Okay, 9:05. No, I'm kidding. There's not much to really say for me, from me. Like, that's all I've got. That's all I found, and I read through hundreds and hundreds of comments. Basically, just a lot of people that got scared, and I just want to tell you, please do not be scared, because we aren't doing this in a against the law, Facebook law way. We're just sharing our life as a person. Okay, who has questions?
I do.
Okay, Wendy, what's up?
Is somebody talking?
Mandy, did you say you had a question? Whoever said they had a question, go ahead.
I do. It's Kate.
Oh, hey, Kate.
Hey, I don't know if you already said this because I came on a couple minutes late, but can you have more than one like page? Do you know?
You can. You cannot have more than one personal page.
Okay.
Because, right, like, for instance, Brandy Pope, she has, like, a Mrs. Virginia like page. She has a Beach Party page, or, you know, whatever. She has several different things. That is fine. But
good to know.
Do not have more than one personal page.
Okay, thanks.
Uh-huh. Anyone else? Is anyone terrified?
No. I just wanted to say that before I started the beach party thing, I had my like page for Jolly Time Creations, my crafty baby sewing stuff site. And it's not as scary as everybody, you know, like, that's where I ran my business for years, was out of my like page. It's easy to do. You send it to people, they can get on there, they can look through I had albums of different things I was selling and making, and they can comment on the picture. The only thing, like you mentioned, that's really hard is you can't message them.
How did you get around that?
We ended up adding them as a friend, and I would just message them from my page.
Okay.
So I would just have them friend request me and send me a PM, and then I would message them from there.
And I didn't really get a clear answer on that because there were some people like, well, is this dangerous and is this dangerous? Like one person said sharing things from your like page to your personal page, wouldn't that be counterproductive and defeating? And there wasn't a resounding no, but it was kind of like, no, that's all right. But
yeah, I was going to say from now on I would probably do the email thing and just do emails, and that way you have them saved in your emails too. Like you can just look back. You can make a folder, like if you have Gmail, you can make a Beachbody folder and you can put all of them in that folder so that they're all there. They're not getting mixed in or lost with all your spam and stuff.
I totally agree with that. Plus just having emailing back and forth, kind of like a little more professional. I know like 2 days ago, this lady wants to just email and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so hard. You know, something is like, how am I going to bounce? You know, but really is not. And I like what you were saying. I plan on doing something like beachbodycoachlindsay@gmail.com and just do it all Beachbody through that. Every person from here on out, whole new email, just Beachbody, you know, because it does get lost in all your other crap.
Yeah.
So how do you, so you're saying do just emails. Well, if you can't message them back, how are you going to get their emails? Right?
You might want to take it to your personal page.
Okay. So just do what she said. Just friend them through the personal page, message them, and then try to do it through email.
Or this is what I'm serving up. If you're interested, drop your email below. Write it down. Hide the email.
I also use the Google Doc form for them to put my email in, or put their email in.
Say it again, Erin.
I use a Google Doc form and say, you know, put your email here, and I'll send you an invite to the group or whatever.
That's good.
And the other thing I was going to say is I had a store for 3 years, and my like page has 2,500 members, and I requested Facebook to transfer it over just to say Erin Shoe. And I didn't think they'd approve it because it was a cloth diaper store, and they approved it.
Nice. I hear you have only one shot. Like I'm Staywell Sunshine. If I were to change that name, you get one chance. So pick it good.
One chance, and that's it.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering, because my like page is my Fit Club, and I'm considering just changing it over since I have a lot of followers.
Yeah, keep those people.
Kate Check Fitness or Get Fit with Kate or whatever.
Yeah, Danielle Smith did the same thing. She changed her like page just to her name. So there's Danielle Smith, that's her private page, and Danielle Smith, that's her like page. Now everybody keeps saying you can't message on your like page. I can. And I don't know if it's because it's a business page or what the difference is, because when I set it up, I had no idea what I was doing. But I send messages back and forth, private messages on that page every day. People who see my ads and stuff on that page.
Have you just set it up recently, like since the Facebook Messenger app came out? Or was it before that?
It was probably right around the same time. I think I set it up in September, I'm guessing August.
I haven't used mine in a long time, but I think that since there's a Facebook app now, so that messaging is like completely separate, I think that maybe that might be how we can do it. So
that might be it, but I can do it. And there's a separate app. Right. There's a separate app called Pages. Is that right? Yeah, there's a separate app called Pages that goes to that specific page where I can get my messages and I can get, and so I can have full conversations just like PMing. It's not just like, it doesn't have the little window at the bottom, but it's the same thing.
Could you share that with DFG somehow?
Absolutely. I'll figure it out.
You're awesome. I love you. Sheena here says you can message them back if they message you first on the like page. So that's kind of
yes.
Saying, but
yeah, Michelle, are you able to send them a first message, or do you have to wait till they message you?
Let me see. Let me try.
Because I can message too, but I have to have them message me first.
I think that's exactly right. I think they have to message me first because I did try to message a couple of them, but it went through my personal account and then it went into their other folder.
So every so often you could say something like, I'm starting my new challenge group, but obviously in a cool way. Message me your email so we can talk further. Or if you're interested, message me your email, something like that.
Right. That would work.
Can you have you don't have a pin post on a like page, do you? Can you pin a post on a like page? I don't know. Okay.
Yes, you can. On mine, you can.
You can't. I was just saying maybe you could do like, I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas, like a Wufoo or just something out there short that if you're interested, they have something they could fill out super fast.
Yeah, I've done it in the past. So yeah, you can definitely pin on mine. I don't know if there's a difference between, and now there are so many different options. When you go to create a page, it says local business or place, company, organization, or institution, brand or product, entertainment, cause or community, artist, band, or public figure. There's 6 different options on creating a page. So I don't know if they have different capabilities or what.
Right.
Yeah, I just checked. You can pin a post to the top.
Yes. Yeah, you definitely can in mine.
Can you guys hear me okay? I'm driving. Yes. I'm on my way to the airport to get my dad. So I run Horizons. I work at a church and I run Horizons like page, and I use the same thing, Michelle, that you're talking about with the Pages app.
Yeah.
And our tech guy at Horizons is just phenomenal, and so I'll ask Josh a little bit more about it too, because he's the one that kind of helped me set it all up and everything, and he might know if there's any kind of way to figure that all out. He's brilliant in that, so I'll ask him stuff tomorrow and then report back to you guys on DFG tomorrow too.
Thank you.
Hey Josh, would you like to host a call? Hey Josh, would you like to be a coach?
Right?
Sign that boy up.
That would be awesome.
People get in trouble for having too many messages going on at one time. Like, should we be deleting them as we're, like, are they monitoring that, or that doesn't matter?
Well, okay. I didn't post about this because none of us really are in that category right now, but since you brought it up, Tara mentioned how whenever she would get off the national wake-up call and got an influx of messages and posts on her timeline, she would get shut down. And she said basically the second she walked off the stage at Summit after presenting, she got blocked. She got banned for 3 hours. So there is something there. I'm not sure. No one's really sure what it is. But when there seems to be an influx of messages, maybe at once or post to a timeline, that's warrant for flagging.
Okay. And I mean, I'm
not
not anywhere
this
near,
at the same time. Sorry, what?
No, I was just gonna say I'm not anywhere near Tara Carr, like popularity wise, but I just mean like positive affirmations, for that one day that I am. So
that's a great question, and that's all I know is that there is something there. I'm just not quite sure what it is.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. When I think about creating a like page and working solely from a like page, there is this excitement for something that I feel in my tummy. I don't know if it's just something new or if it's a feeling from God saying go for it, but I'm okay. I'm thinking this is going to be good. My first thought was Merry Christmas when all this happened, like right before Christmas. I'm like, why? But thank you guys for being so patient. And, it's kind of like, how can we trickle this down without scaring off shaky coaches or without scaring off discount coaches? Like, what are we in here? But I think everybody's handled it with grace, and it's going to be something that we rise above. There's always going to be obstacles coming out, but we just got to be, okay with the outcome and just ready to grasp whatever it is. And we're doing good. I like this because I am not the one that knows everything, you know. So when you guys offer information, it's great because I'm learning too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So can we still invite to challenge groups, things like that, from our personal page? I mean, we're not selling anything, or can we say, I mean, not to promote specifically a sell, but can we say, like, this is the program I used, you're interested, contact me, things like that are all right?
Yes. I mean, as far as I know, if you ask Tara Carr, she said don't even do it on your personal page. But if you ask Brittany, Lindsay, Katie, go for it. And I have to keep using those examples because this is only people that I've talked to about it, you know?
Okay.
But I'm going to. I'll tell you that. But I'm also going to safeguard my pictures just in case. You know what I mean? So I can't say that we're perfectly safe. Everything's just kind of like we got to just do what we follow our gut instinct.
I guess another question is because, I mean, I have other friends that have other businesses, or we see people that do other companies like Herbalife, things like that. I mean, how are they going to, not saying that I'm going to do it on purpose and just try to get away with it, but how will they, like, find out?
How would they find out if you're offending a rule?
Yeah. I mean, if so many other people are.
Apparently there's flags and we're not really sure what it is. I'm not sure if that original post that was screenshot and shared mentioned this or if you even read it, but apparently some of the top coaches in Beachbody were all banned the same day. And it was almost like there was some sort of trigger or funnel or keyword.
Like an algorithm somehow in there.
Right. Algorithm would probably be a much more appropriate word, but there was something that they were able to pinpoint about 50 people.
Okay.
It used to be a running joke, you're not working your business hard enough if you haven't been in jail. There may be something to that, but in my opinion, we're working it smarter and classier. Facebook is not the end-all be-all, but it is. It's been pretty convenient for us, but we keep all of our eggs in that basket. Yes, ma'am.
Like going off of Jen's question about the invite, so should we just stop doing the event invites where we invite everyone on our friends list? You know what I mean?
I can't say whether or not that's a flag. I can say that adding people to a group without them having requested has been deemed not good. As far as the events, I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Has that been fruitful for you?
Yes, I get old challengers back on again, which is always a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
It seems to work out better than me messaging them over and over and over and over again. So,
in my opinion, Facebook created events to be used. As long as there's no links or sales in that event, it should be okay. That's my personal opinion, uneducated.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that as far as adding people to random groups, the only reason that's really bad is like adding somebody to a group that they don't want to be in.
Yes.
But if you've already like made the event invite and everybody's there and they're like, yeah, I'm going. This is, like my January group. Yeah, I'm in. I bought my challenge pack. I'm in. Then you add them to the group. I think that's okay because they're not going to send a message to Facebook saying, I got added to these groups that I didn't want to be in. Like you can report that when you get added to certain groups that you don't want to be in. Like all these, I just deleted a bunch Jamberry nail groups that random people had added me to that I didn't know about. And mascara, yeah, Connie, and the mascara party groups. I'm like, I didn't even know I got added to these. So you can report that. And that's where Facebook is like, oh, this is a problem. People are getting added to too many groups they don't want to be in.
That is exactly right. And that is the running joke in The Wall is that Unique and Jamberry ruined it for us.
Yes.
But you're absolutely right. But I'm just saying that as just a safety net. Like,
Right.
You could in that event be like, I'm so glad you guys are all joining, request to join here or whatever. But you're absolutely right. Most likely they're not.
Right. You could get that one person that's like, hey, I didn't want to be here.
Bingo. Took the words right out of my mouth. You never know if there's that one person who, oops, all of a sudden hates you.
Right. So as far as the event, I usually do post like the sales in there, because here's the event for January, here's January's sales and stuff. So.
And I'm not sure, is it just text or is it links?
It's just a text and a picture that I make.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could not put the picture and just tell them what it is. But
again, I can't be certain. I can.
I think as long as we're not putting like our personal link page on there, we're not saying, you know, here's the link, go here. Like, it's just a group. It's just a healthy challenge group that I'm running to help people get healthier. Like,
could you tell them maybe like make it more personal as far as like talking about sales? Like, if I tell people the promotions if they're already messaging me, and then I'll be like, here, you know, here's, I think we could do this one because this one's on, you know, it's a promotion this month, so it's a good way to get into it at a lower price, rather than saying like, they're on sale. Like, you know, unless, or just like, you know, keep a track of what programs they like and message them personally when there's a sale, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to be safe. I don't know.
Just gonna have to get more personal, and that's okay.
I know.
And you know what? That is exactly what Tara said. She said, okay, so what? There's no Facebook message. Get on the phone. Close on the phone. It's more personal anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I did go through a little spurt where I was just like, I felt like I was just running this business and I was way out here and I was just doing this. And I was like, I need to be closer to people. And I did. I wanted to get on the phone with everybody. It was kind of short-lived, but it was a spurt. So I think that that's good, is talking to people more on the phone, finding out, you know, what their big thing is. Because whether they're a challenger or a coach, you find out their little sore spot, their pain point, much better relationship.
I know this might be a stupid question. I feel like this is really obvious and I just am missing it, but can you run a challenge group from a like page or no?
No, unless you have a personal page, you cannot. And I haven't gotten the exact scoop on, the way Tara does it. She did say that she does host groups outside of Facebook. She said that she would have to, make a webinar about it because it was just too much information. So I'm going to continue to use my personal page for that, just keeping in mind that I want to keep low groups, low number of groups that I am an administrator of.
Got it.
Is it only that you're an administrator of?
That's the word on the street, but again,
okay.
We're not certain.
Okay.
Can I ask another question? Sorry, my son wants to say hi.
Hi, baby.
How does it work? I mean, with the where you boost a post, and I mean, have you paid? I mean, how does it work with the monthly thing, or it's like $10? I mean, I'm kind of worried if I don't have enough likes yet. When do you choose to put money into that?
Okay. I hate to keep bringing her up, but she's really the person that started all of this. So Tara has not paid for one thing to be boosted. Not one thing. But there are options. You can pay $5 a day. You can do, I know Brittany paid $150 out of desperation, and I'm not sure what that bought her, but she ended up getting people she needed for Success Club 10. So that is something that I'm somewhat excited to learn about. And all this information will be there somewhere, whether it's YouTube or Google. We can find out all the answers to this, like those like page savvy informational spots. And like I said, it's kind of interesting. It's like a whole new world, right? And it's another one of those, like, man, the potential is limitless here. Because even where like Facebook like personal page limits your friends, I know you can have unlimited followers, but it's just like that's a limit. And a like page, it feels limitless. It's like it's like going to change my world, and it may not, but it's what it feels like right now. So I'm going with it. So just kind of make some list of your questions that you want to research. And this may be, I mean, I'm a firm believer that we're constantly being guided. As long as we're right, mind, and spirit, we're constantly being guided where we need to go. So this may be really good for all of us. Is that me or you? I heard a lot of Facebook notifications.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about Google Plus? Does anybody know? I mean, I've started using that a little bit. Does anybody know if you can do like make a circle and have a challenge group inside of a Google Plus circle?
I know nada about Google Plus, but I heard I've heard people say it's a great platform. So maybe. Anyone know?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like the people you cannot really friend on Facebook, I've noticed some of them are starting to use Google Plus, and it's easier to become friends with them there. But I just don't know. I don't know anything about it either. I've just started using it, so I was curious. Okay.
Well, maybe when you learn and you find that you like it, you may want to host a call or share it with us. Options. We like options. And I don't want you to do everything. I just want you to pick 2, focus on 2, and then you can add in. Like now Melanie Mitro is probably on everything, you know, because she has a brain that works like that. I do not, but some of you probably do. Michelle, you may. Where she just becomes good at everything, you know. And that's great, but I wouldn't recommend trying to do it all. And don't forget the grocery store, you know what I mean? Don't forget that personal interaction too. There is not a day that goes by that I'm in public that I'm not like, man, I want that. I want to be friends with that person. Like, I want to know that person. And it really just, that's another thing that just goes, wow, there's so much untouched territory is when you go out in public. Really. Like, let's not limit ourselves to just social media. It's great. It's convenient. And, you know, you can reach millions, but we also have people in our own neighborhood.
So say I meet somebody and I used to just add them to my friends. So now I'm going to send them to my like page and say, go like it.
I thought about that today too. Haven't really figured that out yet, but let's just say we were chit-chatting and we had something in common, and I would say, Are you on Facebook? I'd love to follow you. I have a like page that I share some valuable stuff on. But then maybe you could friend them. Can you friend people from your like page? No?
It's just likes. It's just like, I'll just take their phone and be like, here, I'm on this like page. Just like it right here. You can find me right here.
I know, this is totally going to cramp my style. We're going to have to figure out some ways to do it.
Yeah, we did.
You can friend people from your phone, from your like page, I've noticed.
You can?
I'm pretty positive. I'm new to the whole like page thing also. But can I also mention, I'm pretty sure you can from your phone, but definitely not from your like page. You just have to have 2 screens up and be friending the person on your personal page that's on your like page. The other thing, the other thing that I've been doing is I actually boosted something for the first time the other day. I got 175 likes, which is crazy because all my other stuff has 4 likes on my like page. And I, for the first time, got 10 hits on my Wufoo application.
Bam!
That just, even if 3 of them pay, or 2 or 3 of them, work out, which they've all been very responsive, every one of them. If they all work out, I mean, it pays for itself in 2 people.
How much did you pay? $60?
$60.
To boost something? How long did it boost it for?
3 days. You can choose the amount of days that you boost it for. I chose 3 days because it ends today and, for the new year. I also then boosted something else for $20 just to see, it's $20, why not? And I got one hit from that. One hit, that's $20 right there. I just made my money back. Plus, I got over 50 more likes for my like page.
I like it.
Yeah, so it kind of works fast when you start boosting stuff because then, you want to direct people to your like page, but not obviously everyone is seeing it. So when even I feel like the boost is worth it just for the likes on the entire page that you're getting. And you can invite those people to like your page. So
okay, so the purpose is to get lots of likes. But what does that do? Does it show
Purpose is to reach more people?
Just reach more people, yeah.
Well, the more, it's just like Instagram. The more likes you get, the more popular you seem, the more credible you are.
Okay, right. And I do see on invite friends to this like page.
Yeah, that was, when she was talking, I was like, duh. You'll just invite them to like your page.
And y'all were talking about earlier real fast that I had a like page and I didn't do anything with it, but I can't change that name. It says Team Trifecta, right? One time.
One time you can.
And I have to put in a request, or can I
Yes,
do it?
you do. Yes, you do. And you get to do it one time.
Because I tried to delete this whole page.
It's scary. It's like commitment. I don't do that.
But now real fast, where do I put the request in?
I don't know. I saw it one time and I closed it right down. I had no idea what I was going to do with it.
See, I tried to delete my page, my like page, and it said in 14 days it's going to disappear, but it never disappeared.
No, it's going to be on your tombstone someday. It's with you for the rest of time.
It won't go away. Okay, well, I got to figure this out.
You are stuck.
Can you create another like page as whatever you want it to be and then just go with that one? Like, these are just thoughts.
Yeah, you can definitely have more than one. Okay. So, if you just kind of let one die, I have found like pages for actually a Beachbody coach from years and years and years ago that he posted like 2 things and then it died. Like never anything else, but it's still sitting there.
That's how mine is.
It's terrifying.
For like 4 days, and I was like, I am not doing this. I'm going back over here. But
yeah.
I have a question. So, what do you decide what to post on your personal page and what to post on your like page? Today, I was like, where do I put this?
Yeah.
I don't have enough likes exactly like I do on my personal page. I'm just going to be on the like page now. But it's going to be the exact same thing and just have to message and reach out differently.
Do you do both? Do you post the same thing on both? I don't want to do.
I'm thinking about, well, I haven't done nothing yet, but I'm thinking tomorrow or the next couple of days, I'm going to do the banner on my personal page, put the URL to my new like page. I'm going to start switching it over. So every now and then I'll go back to my personal and be like, hey, come over here. I'm not here anymore, type of thing.
So to change your name, Connie, I just tried to do it on my page. And if you go underneath the banner where it says about, it says like timeline, about, photos, likes, click on about, and that's how you edit your information.
Under page info.
And
then name.
Okay.
Okay, so I can change that, but can you change it from community to entrepreneur? No.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I did it. I started out with community and then I changed it to entrepreneur.
Awesome. Okay, I see it. Thanks.
Okay, so, some changes or not at all, really. Let me see. what the girl said for real. Brittany said, I'm trying things on my like page for sure, but I'm not treating my personal page any different. Katie said, me neither. Ha ha ha. And then they also said earlier, nothing. Like, not doing anything different. So, you know, we just gotta, I feel like the like page is just reaching more people. It's just like an Instagram. It's just like, for me, like another outlet. And I'm going to see how, that's why I said, Jen, follow those certain people to see how they post. I'm just going to see how people respond and kind of judge things on that. Someone said, keep posting everything regular on your keep posting all your personal stuff, and then post all Beachbody stuff on your like page. Like, that was one suggestion by Jeffrey Armbruster. He's on the cab for Beachbody, but again, there is no yes or no or definitive answer. It's unless we read Facebook's guidelines on personal pages, what you can and can't do, that would be pretty definitive. So that's an option.
Do your posts, oh, sorry.
No, go please.
Do your posts on your like page show up as often in the news feeds as your personal page?
Thank you. That's a stamp.
How does
I
it
may have
work?
said that before you joined. They do not stay in the news feed as long.
And that's where the boost thing comes in.
I suppose so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's times when I see, like, the same thing of Brittany's in my newsfeed all the time. And it must be something that she boosted. It's a candle.
Yeah, that's what, like, when I see people's like pages, I just see them, like, showing up for me to like them. And it just always seems to look like the same posts over and over again.
Yeah. That's a boosted something. And like Mindy Winder always has the one, I don't know if that's her personal page or what, but like my first $20,000 week or something, I see that a lot. Okay, baby.
But you would probably suggest too, if you sign any new coaches going into this new thing, you need to suggest, hey, you need to start probably doing a like page. Was that good, or what would be your recommendation to start telling these new people what to do?
That, I believe, will be my recommendation, and it's Tara's, to say something to the effect of, I want you to start sharing your journey on your personal page, sharing your goals, sharing what you're doing. You do not have to broadcast that you're a coach, but then once you've gained some traction on your health and fitness stuff, hey, I would love for you to follow my health and fitness journey over at blah, blah, blah. Because most everyone found you on Facebook, so they have a Facebook page. The goal is, well, the goal for some is to get everyone over to your like page. Just to stay in compliance, basically.
And just a couple quick tips, since people who don't have them are probably going to open. One of the things that Miguel said in his presentation was in your own, on your personal page, in your about section where it lists your job, instead of saying coach at Beachbody, say whatever you want to say at, and then put your like page as your employer. So when it says, what did I put? I have Diamond Coach at, and then the link to my like page. And so that was one of the things he said, then people will more likely click over and check it out. I can't remember the other. Oh, and also there's a difference between boosting and running ads. Two entirely different things. From your like page, you can run ads, or you can boost posts that you've already done. So something to keep in mind too. That was also in Miguel's presentation.
What presentation are you talking about?
I have to find it.
Oh, don't worry. Was it something recent to counteract all of this stuff?
No, it was when I opened mine, like in August or September, whenever I opened it.
I think Sheena just posted the link on the chat right there at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think she posted it.
Sheena, is that the one? Yes, I think that's it.
Michelle, are the ads the ones that are on like the side, or like the ads?
No, they come right in the news feed, and they show, but they're smaller. They have like a specific size for a picture that they recommend you getting, and then they have you get a certain number of characters, like 3 sentences or 2 sentences is all, and then it has a like button and a link to your page, so people can either go to the page or they can just click like. But it's smaller. It's not a post.
Have you done an ad?
I did. They give you the option of running 3 different pictures, and this is when I was brand spanking new. So, I mean, I jumped into Instagram and I got my like page, and I did Facebook, and I drowned. So I kind of pulled back from it a little bit to try to focus more. But let's see, it gives you 3 options. You upload 3 different pictures that are the size that they recommend, and you write out your text that you want in there, whatever you want to say in 2 or 3 lines of what your business is. And then they kind of run a test on them and say which one's got the best feedback, and then they run that one as your ad, or you basically pick which one you want as the ad, but they tell you which one is getting the best feedback.
So are those the ones that you see that say sponsored? Like, is that what that is?
I think that sponsored is the same as boosted. If it looks like a regular Facebook post with a picture and paragraphs that are written, the whole story and whatnot, just like a Facebook post, I believe that those are the ones that are just boosted.
Okay.
The ads, like I said, are just really small. But they're in the feed.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
They're in the feed.
Is there a major price difference? Do you know, or is it like similar to the boosting? I haven't even looked into ads.
I think there's still a huge range that you can kind of choose what to do. It does take a little bit more time, and I had a tough time picking pictures because of it gives you, the exact dimensions and everything, the pixels, and I spent too much time doing it. I just should have picked a couple, but it does give you a range, just like boosting, where you can spend $3 or you can spend, $100. You can do it for 1 day or 10 days, whatever.
The one other thing about boosting posts, if anyone is interested in that kind of thing, what's pretty interesting is that it you click the boost button and it has to come back approved. So you can only do certain posts. Like I tried doing a post, boosting a post on my transformation. You're not allowed to do transformations. No. You can't have more than 40% words in your post that you want to boost. So that's why on a lot of the posts, you'll only, like the posts that are boosted, you'll only see like a small amount of wording. I don't know about pictures though. I don't think there's any like stipulations on pictures, but they'll come back and say not approved.
Yeah, like before and afters are always denied. Before and after denied. Anything with too much text that just looks like you're running an ad is. And I thought it was 30%, but it might be 40. So but anything with too much text and not just a picture, those will be denied right away.
I also don't think that you can have a transformation picture as your like page image. Am I
correct? But you can do a body part. Someone mentioned having just a bicep was okay, but you can't have like anything that looks like an ad. Basically.
Okay. Well, don't anyone do your body parts.
No.
Do your
own body parts.
Because on my old like page, I still have my before and after up as my profile.
Is that? I didn't think that was allowed, but.
Oh, really? It allowed me when I first made it. So I don't know.
Maybe it didn't snag it. Maybe if it's only, the standard before and after where everybody it is the same size and facing forward, where a computer might pick it up, maybe.
Oh, well, yeah, I was pregnant with my belly in the before. So maybe that's why, I don't know.
Not exactly the same position and the same background and stuff. I don't know, but maybe.
Well, I think too, I need probably on some other time so I don't waste everybody's time. I need some help with my like page. I may have to just redo it because on the community, on the other, it says I can edit, but it doesn't have entrepreneur. It just says community just for fun and podcasts. Those are my only options. There's no entrepreneur for me to change it to. But anyways, we can do that later. I wanted to show you guys, this is a brand new book. I'm going to start reading it after I finish my last chapter, my other book. Ben got it for me, and I skimmed through it, and it looks really cool. It's The Art of Social Media, Power Tips for Power Users by Guy Kawasaki. So I don't know, since we're in the social media, I thought it would be pretty cool to share that it's a brand new little book about social media.
Who's it by?
I'll put it in the comments right now. I'll write it.
Thank you. Okay, well, that's that. What I was gonna do is, oh, by the way, my personality type, it loves making schedules, but does not really know how to follow them. But when I did make a pretty awesome schedule, Monday, I believe, was, I can't remember, but Tuesday was like touching base with coaches. Wednesdays was making videos. Thursdays was research, something like that. So if you could make yourself a schedule and then just put research as a time in there, you can research like pages. Yes, baby. Grandma.
Daddy sent me new ones.
Yeah, you want them?
Yeah, I don't want to buy them.
Don't buy them. Okay, I'll be right there, okay?
Okay, all we need.
Okay, go. Are you going to see Daddy real quick? I'll be right there.
Yeah, I don't bring these.
God love that baby.
Thank you. I do too. He's so sweet.
He's so sweet.
Okay, so yeah, just adding some time to research like pages or whatever other avenue you're going to be taking. Yeah? Are we in this together? Virtual high fives? But yeah, I think that's just going to be our best bet, is just to stay connected and stay positive and just know that everything's going to be okay. That's my take. Okay, this is a funny recording for anyone who does listen. I'm going to stop recording.